What is going on, guys? Welcome to another GCSE Biology Additional Science video. Today we're looking at photosynthesis in one of my basic videos. So, photosynthesis is the chemical change which happens in the leaves of green plants. It makes food and then basically after a while releases energy for the plant in basics, but that involves a lot of other processes. So the light energy is absorbed by chlorophyll, and the absorbed light energy is used to convert carbon dioxide and water into a sugar called glucose. Oxygen is the byproduct. So then we see the equation of carbon dioxide add water, arrow light energy equals glucose add oxygen. Then that reverse we all know is respiration. So yep, some glucose is used for respiration while some is converted into insoluble starch for storage, and then when they're running low they can always turn to that storage supply and use that glucose. Then we move on to limiting factors. So factors limiting photosynthesis. So you have to think at first what affects photosynthesis. So carbon dioxide concentration, light intensity and temperature. So after a while, if light intensity is increasing, after a while the rate of photosynthesis will increase, but it gets to a certain point where the line on the graph plateaus, that you're going to need a higher amount of carbon dioxide and a higher temperature for it to keep on, for the light intensity to be effective in relation to the rate of photosynthesis increasing. So without enough light, a plant cannot photosynthesize very quickly, even if there is plenty of water and carbon dioxide. So yeah, increasing the light intensity will boost the speed of photosynthesis, but after a certain point it will not boost it anymore. So, and that is the same for these other two graphs. And with temperature, if the temperature gets too hot, it kills everything pretty much, and it stops enzymes from working best, and then it decreases rate of photosynthesis. So in humans, the enzymes work best at 37.5 degrees. So we can imagine that for that photosynthesis graph, that the optimum temperature there is just 30 degrees, let's say, and then anything beyond that or before it is not going to be as efficient. And then the same with carbon dioxide concentration. So more carbon dioxide will increase it, but then light intensity and temperature become a limiting factor for the rate of photosynthesis. Having trouble saying that word today. And yeah, so let's move on again. Economics of greenhouses. So greenhouses, they control the temperature, the carbon dioxide concentration and the light. Now I'm not going to read that, but paraffin, yeah, you can get a paraffin heater, and they increase the rate of photosynthesis because they generate light and increase carbon dioxide concentration as well and produce heat. So basically they're burning something, creates light, creates heat, and it also releases carbon dioxide. And all three of these are being increased, therefore there are no limiting factors and the rate of photosynthesis can keep on being increased. And greenhouse also have lamps for night time if they want photosynthesis to carry on. In the winter they generally use heaters to keep it hot, and you know they just do whatever they can and use whatever equipment to keep all the temperatures and stuff optimum. Storage and the use of glucose. Glucose is needed for cells for respiration. It's not produced at night because it can't photosynthesize. So they store glucose as insoluble products like starch, fats and oils. Some glucose is used for respiration to release energy, some is used to produce cellulose, which strengthens the cell wall, proteins such as enzymes and chlorophyll. Plants also need nitrates to make proteins. These are absorbed from the soil as nitrate ions. And that is pretty much it for the basics of photosynthesis, guys. If you did enjoy this, then please do subscribe and check out my other videos on biology.